productive.
Yeah.
You know, it's the week before the event, so just trying to tie up loose ends.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's been good. It's been good.
That's good. And how are, let's see. Actually, why don't you sit in the middle?
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, like right here?
Yeah, I was going to come sit beside you, but shoot. We got Ryan in the house.
Ooh.
He's the first person to sit in, I always forget the name of my own studio. Perspective Studio Productions.
Oh.
Okay. You didn't hear that? Ryan, you haven't been on social media. You have not been. You know what, Ryan? Move over. I'm going to come sit beside you. I'm going to sit beside you and let's get this. Just a quick conversation. Ryan came up in the studio today. We're going to fake the funk. The mics are not even ready. Nothing's ready. Nothing's connected. But I'm happy you're here.
My pleasure.
How are you feeling? Wait, sorry. Because we can't assume that everybody knows who you are. Who are you? Tell us who you are. Tell us what your organization name is, what it's about, and what do you have coming up this weekend?
Okay, happy to. So my name is Ryan Knight, one of the co-founders of the Afro Caribbean Business Network. So we support entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage the business is in, help them create a strategy to grow their companies. And this weekend, we have our signature event, the 5th edition.
It's the 5th edition?
The 5th annual, yes.
Oh, wow.
ACBN Legacy Symposium. So really, it's a day of workshops, inspirational keynotes to work on the business. So entrepreneurs, you have to take time to step away from the cash register and doing everything to actually work on the business.
Yeah, you got to take time away from working in the business and work on the business. I got you.
The theme this year is building generational wealth together. So now it's having that theme of the different generations. How do you build a foundation for your business that helps you leave it to the next generation? Okay,
and so if you were to give us 3 tips that are going to be discussed for building that foundation, because everybody uses that word or those words, generational wealth. What are those 3 tips that you might just put out there for us?
Incorporating your company is key because you cannot leave a sole proprietorship to anybody. So if you actually are talking about succession planning, you need to structure your business in the way that you can actually leave it as an asset to other people.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I mean, I have, all my businesses have always been in corporations. But I didn't realize, because a lot of people register their business as sole proprietor.
And it dies with them. So
oh my goodness, that was a little gruesome.
We have estate planning is a key piece.
Yes.
So Manel Williams from, oh my gosh.
That's okay, Manel, we love you.
Manel, I'm going to edit this and make sure.
We ain't editing, Manel. I'm sorry to say. They need to come up to the symposium.
She works at a funeral home.
Okay.
And we'll get the name and put it in the description.
For sure.
But she's going to be there talking about estate planning because it's a conversation that we typically don't have.
It's so true. Okay, so that's 2. We have estate planning, we have corporation, set your business up as a corporation. And if you don't know how to do that and you have not bought a ticket, you might have to watch some of the after footage or tap into something else Ryan is doing later on.
And
go ahead.
Literally, we have 1 ticket left.
What?
So I checked before I came here.
Yeah.
There's 1 ticket left because somebody couldn't make it. They had to actually attend a funeral. So if you want that ticket, make sure to go link in description.
How much is the ticket?
$55.
$55?
Yes.
Ryan, I'm going to buy the ticket from you, and let's give it away.
Ooh.
From Blackprint and from, I can never remember the name of my, Perspective Studio Production. As long as I can get over there before somebody buys it, I'll buy the ticket, we'll sponsor it, and you can give it away.
I love that. Okay. And we have to figure out what they have to do to enter.
You got to come through the studio. You got to follow us. We'll figure out the rules. We'll put it together, but I'll sponsor that ticket. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what's number 3? You've given us 2. What's the 3rd tip?
Well, a lot of times we don't talk about money or wealth at the table, at our kitchen table. So understanding the actual terms and making it ingrained into our language when we're talking to our children, that's why we're actually trying to have 3 generations at the symposium.
Yeah.
So youth entrepreneurs that are there, we're asking entrepreneurs to bring their adult children or even their parents so that we're all there talking about these issues. Not even issues, but terms and themes so that it becomes common conversation. So a lot of times we just let money flow around us. We don't know how to structure succession planning properly.
Yes.
So when it's time to now sell the business or leave it to your family that doesn't want the business, and how do you actually have the community buy it? These are things that we don't talk about.
That's a very good tip. But hold on, because this is like live. So hold on. Yes, Let me just make sure. Okay, I just want to make sure we're recording. We're so new at this. Valid. Yeah. Okay.
And New Haven Funeral Homes.
Oh yes, they're out in Brampton, aren't they? Or
yes.
Yeah, they're out in the West End. Yes.
Yes.
I think they have commercials. I recall hearing the commercial, and I thought you were going to say that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That you made a good point in number 3, because a lot of times we build businesses and our kids are coming up and they don't really want our business.
Yes.
They want nothing to do with it.
I'll tell you, my barber has 4 kids, and he when I see him, he's like, none of my kids want.
They don't want cut here.
But this is where, if you structure the business effective and have the right infrastructure and systems, they actually don't need to know how to cut hair. Yeah. They don't even have to actually run and manage the shop.
Okay.
If a person's hired to operationally run it, and then you hire the barbers, they have their chairs, that now business is a cash generating machine
on its own
that still benefits the family.
Yes.
And they just can oversee it and check in. But when there's nobody to run it, that's where the kids are usually asked, "Oh, can you take it over?"
Yeah.
And they're not interested.
Yes.
So we have to shift that.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
You make a great point, because we want generational wealth, but we don't even know how to get it.
Yes. Or have to structure ourselves for it.
Exactly. And I wouldn't have thought of that. I always think that people need to take the business, but I have 2 kids. And, my son first, he wanted to help out here. I'm going to be the second in charge.
Yes.
Now he has all his whole life.
Right, and so don't forget about you.
Right, but he might change his mind down the line.
Right.
My daughter might change her mind. Or if I set it up correctly, then we might be able to just pass it to them, as you're saying.
Imagine the checks are still coming in.
Yes.
You go to the
Are you
mailbox,
listening? The checks are still coming. This is how
they will look, and that's where they put your picture up on the wall and thank mom and thank grandpa because.
So where was my picture before?
I got a check. But that's the thing. When you leave something that is creating wealth and bringing revenue still into the family.
Yes.
That's your legacy. Like, are we really building a legacy or just talking about it, like you said?
Now I have one more question for you. I asked you for 3. Those were great responses. Damn, do people know that this is what they could have gotten if they had bought the tickets before? Because I feel like you missed out if you didn't get your ticket, and this is what the discussion's going to be on Saturday.
Really, that's why it sold out. Because when you hear, and I really let the network know first. So if you're part of the ACBN network, we're talking about this all the time. So when we say, hey, we're going to have Dr. George Fraser come up from the U.S. to talk about structuring the nodes in the Black community that create generational wealth.
Yes.
When we have Trevor Wilson talking about building a business that he was able to leave to his family and create generational wealth.
Yes.
When you hear about it, you're like, I need to learn this.
Right.
And that's why it's interesting, because I usually don't like doing events, but then I want to learn.
Yes.
So if I'm going to do an event...
There's a little bit of selfishness happening here.
ACBN, I'm telling you.
ACBN probably means something like Ryan's. There's no R in there. Something for Ryan, but yes.
When I tell the story of the genesis, I'm running a company, detailing nights, and I want to scale it, and there was no organization to go to that had that mandate.
Yeah.
So I said, to have it, we have to create it.
Yeah.
And we said, okay, we're going to bring our entrepreneurs together, create this entity that will sit down with a business owner, figure out how we can scale that company.
Yeah.
And then the conversation of legacy building comes up, the conversation of wealth building comes up. These are things I want to know how to structure my business.
Because you have a family as well.
So we create the event.
Absolutely.
And I don't like going to events that are just for show and just for a symbol. I mean, it's great to have parties and, get together and network. That's fine.
Yeah.
But we need to be tangibly building for the future.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do with our events.
And you know what, Ryan, I think about a month ago, your team was facilitating workshops to apply to a big grant that was happening. The big grant, right?
Yeah, it was called the big grant.
Yeah, it was called the big grant.
The Foundation for Black Communities.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I had a conversation with a couple of people that I had sent your way to be a part of it and get their ideas in there. And one of the people that I spoke to said exactly what you just said. People put on events and we have parties and we have a good time because that's what we do.
Yes.
But like the building part might be missing. And I do think a lot of organizations, they do really focus on getting the business started, as you mentioned.
Yes.
Like that part is crucial, right? Because like how are you going to have something to pass on if you don't start something? Right. But then I don't know, as you're saying, if there's a hyper focus on the foundation for generation. I didn't even know, like the way you just described it. I just hear the term generational wealth used all the time.
Yes, and that's where we have to ask, what are the tools to build it?
Absolutely.
And then what are the, like, we need people to take our hand and walk us through the process. These are things that we weren't taught because of the type of oppression that we went through.
Absolutely.
Now we have to either figure it out ourselves, or when I talk about reparations, it's getting back the intellectual property.
Yeah.
A lot of IP was built on us because of free labor, and now they have built so much wealth.
Yes.
But the way that they built the wealth is difficult for us to duplicate because that's what they're afraid of, is us
figuring out how to do
other
it.
people.
Yeah.
But, so
I mean, just because, anyway, we're not going to go down that path. Like, but that is the biggest fear.
Right.
That we'll do it back. Yeah, that is the biggest fear.
We're building without that cheat code.
Yes.
It's okay. There's no blueprint for that. We have to go way back in history to how we've actually built economies and understand how to protect wealth. This is what we have to work with now. And if we're not guided by those that know how to do it, we're just kind of shooting in the dark.
Yeah.
So we have to listen to those that have wealth because they have the blueprint.
Right.
And we have to get that information.
We got to soak it in. We got to soak it in. Yeah, we got to be sponges.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Ryan, you mentioned 3 of the speakers, and you and I spoke earlier today, so I do know that there's 2 other female speakers on the panel. Who are they, and what can we expect from their conversation?
And what's wonderful is the event is technically kicking off International Women's Month. So we have Chris Beth Cowie from Empowered Forex, and she's also one of the co-founders of ACBN, the Afro Caribbean Business Network.
Nice.
And we have Shirley Joseph.
Woo, Shirley! I spoke to her, I think, yesterday or the day before.
She runs Canadian Black Content Creators.
Yes.
So and last symposium, if you were there, you would know Shirley actually put together the speed networking component of all these influencers that we got to meet and learn from, of how to actually get content onto these podcasts. So now she's going to do a keynote about how to use influencers to build your legacy and tell your story.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So now you have all the reasons why you need to tap in or try to win that last ticket. That last ticket. Or like tap in if you're not tapped into the ACBN network. Tap in. I don't even know how I met you. It must have been through the Chamber of Commerce, I think.
I know you were part of the mastermind.
Yes, through the Black Chamber of Commerce.
I don't know if we met just before that.
I don't remember. I've tried to remember.
My wife was in the mastermind with you.
I must have met you before that because when she was in there, I had already known you. I think. I feel. Hey, Cheryl. Awesome, Ryan. Thank you for popping by and just seeing what's happening with perspective, and thank you for being the first conversation.
Hey, and we're looking forward to the lunch.
Yes.
So keep your calendars peeled.
March the 9th. We are located in Whitby, 101.5 Mary Street. Nice. We will get all that information out to you. We'll have the mics set up.
And possibly professional headshot.
Absolutely.
Some creative things are happening.
Yeah, if you're a photographer, you want to, make a little bank on that day or just get your business known, reach out because I am looking for a photographer. We'll drop this video tomorrow. So we're filming. What day is it today? It is Monday, February 26th. We will drop this video tomorrow, February the 27th.
Nice.
Right? So everyone can hear this good stuff. But tap in. How can they find you, Ryan?
Best way is either LinkedIn, if you want to check Ryan O'Neill Knight. I'm pretty active on LinkedIn. Or if you want to learn more about what ACBN is doing, acbncanada.com, and check us out there. And if you do need support with your business, on our website is a business needs assessment. So you can fill out that form. That triggers a call with one of our business advisors. And then we can start the process of working alongside you to make sure that you're able to build generational wealth for your family using your business.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. Thank you so much, Ryan. We are going to end this right here, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to hold up the magazine.
Okay.
that
so
Ryan has for me.
Yes.
Oh, you're going to go get it? I'll just sit here and talk to you then. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you can walk in front of the camera. It's okay. All right, so that is so awesome of Ryan to step into the studio with us and just kind of see what it looks like, what we got going on here, and just kind of like strategize. But for you, I want you to tap in. Ryan is a great person to be connected to. ACBN is always doing something. They will let you know of the grants that are upcoming. So if you have an idea, they will go through the criteria with you. He is very, very active. I was going to say reachable, but reachable if you're on those calls, and you definitely want to be on those calls. Besides that, let me tell you a little bit about Perspective Studio Productions. So we just happened to get this place in December. We're so excited about it. What can you do here? Well, on March the 9th, we first invite you to come on out to our grand opening. We will have podcasting, maybe mini podcasts. Our photography room is in the next space, and in our lobby we actually have like 3 mini sets where you can take pics of yourself and just network and get to know people, get to know the community, and come on out here and just see what can you use this space for. So you may have heard me say content creation. Well, honey, we can do any type of content creation you'd like in here. It's not a huge space, but it's big enough for you. I know it is. We got our TV here if you want to have a viewing party. It is on wheels, so you can move it around as you need it, and we do have a bar setting over there as well. So if you want to just do one person, or you want 4 people at the bar, and it is quite mobile. So flexibility and convenience is really what the space is for, and just creating content. So we invite you to come on, spend some time with us on March the 9th. And I think we're going to probably do from like 2 p.m. to possibly 6 p.m. But if you roll through a little late, that's okay. If you pull up a little late, I'll probably still be here. But if you want to take advantage of like some of the headshots that we will do, or just see the space, come on through. And I think we might do like bookings if you really want to get a headshot, sorry. And I think that's about it. So Ryan will come back. He sent me this picture the other day, and it's him on this black magazine. So we'll see. I sent him running. Oh shoot, I think he parked outside on the front. So I think he went running that way, and we'll see what he's got going on. Let's tell you a little bit more about the amenities that we have in here. Obviously we have Wi-Fi. Oh, he's back. I won't even go into the amenities. You'll have to come out and check it out for yourself. Come on in. Oh, let me open the door. One moment. Sorry, Ryan. There you go. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll put on the light there as well. Alrighty. This is live and direct. This is how it goes, right? Oh, all my laces came undone. Let's see what the magazine looks like, Ryan.
All right.
Awesome. Woohoo! There you go. So tell me, what is this magazine? Afro Global Excellence, Ryan Knight.
Yes, so for those that may not know, I was named one of the 100 most influential Black Canadians.
He is. He truly is. Yes, that's awesome.
Afro Global. And at their award ceremony, they unveiled that I was on the cover of their Excellence magazine.
Oh, this is amazing! Congratulations.
Appreciate
You deserve this. You are so pivotal. Mm-hmm. You're helpful, and you are down to earth.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I love it. Good for you. I'm very proud of you, and I'm sure your family is very proud of you as well. I didn't run, but I'm out of breath. Right. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, looks great.
No, thank you so much.
So did they do an interview with you as well?
They did. So
look at that. I open it and it lands right on Ryan. Oh, he's your center page here. Your center. Right. Okay, I love it. Oh, you got the whole family in here.
Yeah. And highlighting the book that I wrote with my daughter, Jazz and Dad's on Lemonade Stand.
Love it.
And I used to be on Jerry Agar with News Talk 1010.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at Ryan. How long have you been a part of ACBN?
So we are going on past 6 years. This will be our 7th year.
Right.
And so far we've engaged with over 6,000 Black entrepreneurs.
That's crazy.
Mostly in Southern Ontario.
Yeah.
And now we're part of the Black entrepreneurship ecosystem.
Okay, good.
So across Canada there's 40 plus Black-focused business organizations that we work with.
Okay, that's awesome. I know Ryan has to go. He said 10 minutes. I've held him longer than 10 minutes. But I think this is amazing. Ryan, I'd like to invite you to come back.
Oh, yes.
After the symposium, and let's unwind and talk about how was the symposium. How does it feel going into your 6th year, right? Yes. This is your 5th year anniversary, but you're going into your 6th or 7th year.
Yeah, this will be our 7th year in existence,
right.
And 5th edition of the symposium.
Right.
Yeah.
I do recall, before I let you go, I do recall being at your 3rd year event out in Brampton.
Yes.
And you mentioned now we're putting strategy to it. Now we're releasing our 5-year plan.
Oh yeah, so that was our 5th anniversary actually.
That was your 5th anniversary?
Yeah.
I thought that was your 3rd year anniversary.
No, we didn't do an anniversary celebration.
Oh, you know what I probably heard?
Did
you say something you went 3 years and maybe you didn't have a strategy at that point?
That's what I would have said.
That is what I heard. Okay.
We winged it for 3 years.
How many business? I think that's very relatable.
Yes.
What were you going to say? Sorry?
Well, then we realized with a strategy, because we brought on my co-executive director, Nicola Harris.
Okay.
And she helps nonprofits create strategy and strategic plans. So when we actually were able to put together our proper, first it was a 3-year strategic plan. Yeah. Now we created the 5-year, and we're working on actually a 50-year strategy for ACBN and how we're going to support the Black community.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. So we'd love to continue the conversation. I know you're in a rush and you're late. And it's not because he's Black. That's not why he's late. And it's not my fault either.
Hey, we'll make it work. It's all good.
We'll make it work. And where can someone get a copy of this if they're looking for it?
That is actually a great question.
Okay.
So I know I have a few copies.
Okay.
So if you do reach out and connect with me on LinkedIn and you do want to get a copy, I'll touch base with Afro Global to grab some more.
Awesome.
And they have certain outlets that they send it out to already.
Okay.
So if you've seen the Excellence magazine already, in that same space, you'd see the new edition shortly.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Ryan, thank you so much for stopping by again.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much for your time. And we will talk soon. And any nerves for Saturday?
Listen, our team is strong. Typically, I wouldn't be relaxed right now. I wouldn't have slept last night. This whole week would just be a write-off for sleep.
Yeah.
But shout out to Charmaine, shout out to Ruben, Nicola, Chris Beth, those that are working to actually put it together as a team.
Awesome.
It's a lot less stressful.
That's awesome.
And secret note, we are planning our next delegation down to Dragon's Den.
Oh my gosh,
March 23rd.
March
if you
23rd,
missed it,
yes.
You have to be at the next one.
Okay, so this is down at the CBC studio. We're not ending this. Let's just sit back. Let's order dinner. Let's just talk. Okay.
Yes.
So the first time we went down, I don't know, it was like
February 10th.
See, he's good with the dates.
Yes.
February 10th, we were down at the CBC studios. And we were just interviewing majority of the Black community that came out.
Yeah.
There were a few other people that wanted to see what was going on in front of the camera.
Yes.
So we got a couple of other interviews.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen those are going to be released. But March the 23rd
is the next.
What time do people need to be out there?
Same. So we're trying to get down there for 9 a.m.
Okay.
And we want to show up. So we
black
were
out,
about
baby, black it out.
A third of all the pictures. There's 25 that came with us.
Yeah.
And there's 60 total that actually pitched to the producers.
Wow.
So we want to show up 100 strong.
Yes.
March 23rd. Mark that date, Saturday.
If they're having hesitation and they feel like they shouldn't pitch.
Oh boy.
Not that I know anybody that fits into that category.
Right. That's right. And we had this conversation at the last session where people were there and I'm just here to kind of see what's happening. But this is great practice.
Yeah.
You want feedback. And what the producers do is you tell your story. This is the business that I built. Yeah. This is what I want to do. This is what support I need from the Dragons. And then they ask those questions about where you're at right now, kind of your sales, and why, if you get on Dragons Den, would it help you build your business and grow it?
Yeah.
These are the questions that we need to hear. So come down, tell your story, and get that feedback. And if you don't get on the show, now you've gotten that feedback to then build your business stronger, and then pitch next year again when we go down. So
and it's great practice. Like you would think, I've pitched a few times, and it is nerve-wracking for me. So I understand if you're like, no, I overstand if you're like, forget it. I don't want to be pitching. But you know what? It's not as intimidating, at least you tell me, it's not as intimidating when you're there.
As long as you know your own story. Like, unless you're trying to make it up as you go, then it gets very difficult and you start sweating. But as long as you know what the business is that you're trying to build, your backstory and why you started it and where you want to go with it, you're going to be just fine.
You're going to be fine. So come on out.
And we're here to cheer you on.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. Yes. and if you didn't watch we are the dragons. You're pitching.
Right? No. Hey, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Believe us.
We will interview you when you come on down to CBC Studios, 125 John Street, was it?
25 John Street.
25 John Street. 25 John
downtown.
Street. Yeah, right downtown.
To John and Front Street.
Yeah.
CBC building.
You'll definitely see us there. We'll be out there early. Come on up to us. Introduce yourself. Even if you're thinking you're not certain, let us big you up. Let us pat you on your back and get you ready. Get you ready. And it will be fine. The dragons are actually not there that day. So it's like a pre-workout, I'm going to say.
Yeah, audition.
Yeah, it's a pre-audition. And it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
So we're looking forward to seeing you then.
Absolutely.
Even some people came down just to cheer on.
Just to support.
So if you just want to support, we'll see you then.
Yeah. This is awesome. Okay, go. You're late. It's nice seeing you.
Same.
Yes. I think this one is this my coffee?
Yeah, you can have both.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to put it as like coffee table read-in, right? Prime read-in. Okay, I'm going to walk Ryan out. That was awesome. Thank you. I will have the mic set up next time. Yeah. What were you going to say? Sorry?
No, saying my pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Absolutely. I'm ready for the March 23rd and March the 9th and what's February? March the Saturday, March the 2nd.
Yes.
A lot's happening in March.
Hey, and we're going to find more stuff.
Absolutely. Have a great night. Thanks, Ryan. Bye. Alrighty, well, you heard it first. You got to come out. We got 3 important dates for you to remember. Oh, God, I'm out of breath again. I'm going to get in the gym tomorrow. March the 2nd. That is this Saturday. We're going to do a free ticket giveaway to go down to the symposium and see everything that Ryan and his team and the great speakers are talking about. March the 9th, come on up to, I keep forgetting the name of my, Perspective Studio Productions. You know, I'll tell you a joke. My son, when he was just born, I wanted to name him a certain name, and his father was like, no, we're not going to use that name. I think it was Maxwell. No, I know it was Maxwell. And he's like, we're not going to name him Maxwell. And he's like, give me some time. And he came up with a whole other name. And I could not, for the life of me, remember that name in the beginning. So never mind that I keep saying, oh, what is the name of my business again? I'll get it right. But we got Blackprint, we got Voices and Vibez, and now we got Perspective Studio Productions. Come on out on March the 9th and check it out. And then March the 23rd, bring your business, bring your ideas, bring your confidence, and we will talk about your business right before you go and you pitch to the dragons or prepare for the dragons. Thank you so much. This has been another episode of Voices and Vibez, impromptu interview before the mics, before even the freaking soundproofing curtains. We didn't even close the door. So I have no idea how this is going to sound, but I appreciate you for just tuning in. We'll talk soon. Take care.